Is there a gold mine sitting in your studio database, guys? Most photographers, they're chasing new leads like their life depends on it. And of course, that's the way that any promotional model works, bringing in leads from multiple sources: corporate gifts, exhibitions, social media, referrals, model calls, and in fact, any other way that you can think of bringing people into your studio. You name it. But photographers, here's the thing. Your biggest sales, they're probably sitting quietly in your database right at this minute. Thousands and thousands of high quality clients just waiting to hear from you. And what are you doing? You're ignoring them. Well, today, I'm going to show you how to turn your past clients into your most profitable clients over and over again. And the complete flow is right at the end of this video, so stick around, guys. Now, if you don't know me by now, my name is Kenny Martin. I'm a worldwide studio success mentor, and I've been shooting since 1985. I've been training since 1989, and I've been a specialist one-to-one mentor for the past 15 years, changing the lives of the studios that I work with. Now, if you're interested in what I do and what I could do for your studio, just pop across to the website and have a little nosy around. Check out everything that I can offer you. So, why do I think that past clients are worth more? Well, here's, I think, a simple truth. On the whole, past clients, they usually spend more than brand new clients. I'm not daft enough to think that it's always the case. But over the years, working with hundreds of studios and analysing literally thousands of figures, the general trend is that they do spend more. Now, I'm not going to try and tell you that you can run your studio solely on previous clients, sold vouchers or referrals, which tend to be the highest averaging sales. You simply can't. This is in addition to your marketing opportunities, things like Facebook exhibitions, third-party collaborations, and the rest. But it's an important part. It's an important part in the mix. Why do you think that is? Well, it's an easy one, that. These people already love what you do. They've already had the studio experience. They've got your work hanging on the wall. They know the process. They know the pricing, and they trust you. But listen up here. This is the big mistake that most studios make. The second that those clients pick up their portraits, we wave them goodbye and we never speak to them again. Meanwhile, some other photographer runs a promo on Facebook and then they swoop in and steal your wonderful client. Well, I'm going to tell you a wee story here about another photographic mentor and a really great friend of mine. Together, Mark Cleghorn and I changed the face of photographic training way back in the early 1990s when we formed Golden Touch Seminars. We toured all over Europe and worked at all the major conferences in the UK and Ireland, teaching photographers our way of shooting and marketing. It was a great success. In 1996, I then moved my business to 100% portraits and started to ramp up and expand. And Mark started up the Photo Training for You online training company. So we kind of drifted apart a little bit. I did a bit of work for Mark later on and things, but anyway, Mark and I are still great friends. And I can't wait to see him in a couple of weeks' time for my daughter's wedding up in Scotland. But that's not what we're talking about here. Years back, Mark shot a video from, shall we say, the customer's viewpoint about their experience in getting portraits taken, about the portrait experience, I guess. Someone who he would probably say hello to in the street, but wasn't actually friends with. But she had loads of family pictures up in her lounge. Mark could see that as he walked past her house. So he went to her door and he asked her if she would consent to do a video with him about her experiences through the years with portrait photographers and studios. And she, of course, said yes. Because if she had said no, that would have been 5 minutes wasted in this video. So we're lucky. He asked her all about her experience with the studios. Now, she had 4 beautiful big portraits up in her lounge of her family and her children. And then she showed Mark all the other wall art that she had around the house that she had done over the years. She was totally into this thing about recording her family for posterity. She was our customer, our perfect customer. And she explained to Mark that the shots in the living room were the last that she had taken, and what an incredible experience it was, and how much she liked the studio and the photographer, and how she thought it was worth it even although she spent a fortune. She generally was waxing lyrical about the whole experience and the studio. And then Mark asked her if she had a new shoot lined up, as it had been a couple of years since the last one, and she said yes. So Mark asked her who it was, and she said it was some girl that she saw in an advert on Facebook, and she hooked up through that. Well, Mark was just a little bit surprised, and he says, but you loved the studio experience and your portraits. You've been waxing lyrical about this studio. Why did you not go back to them? And she said this, wait for it. Just wait for it. She says, well, they never contacted me again. If they had reached out, we would have probably went with the studio again, but then we saw the ad and we decided to go somewhere else. Wow. Now, this video was one of the most powerful testaments for studios that you need to keep in contact with your clients, because you could be missing out on thousands. Now, let's be real here. Kids change fast. You ask any mum and she'll tell you 2 years is about the sweet spot for an updated family portrait. That means every 2 years, you've got a perfect opportunity to bring those clients back in. So let's talk about an offer that works. Here's how you do it. You put together a genuinely irresistible offer. That's what offers are all about. They have to be irresistible. Something that feels way too good to pass up. Let's say it's worth 500 quid. A session is worth 200 quid and a £300 wall portrait, or the value to go towards anything else that they wish. And you offer it for £95, £65, perhaps £45, whatever feels right for your market and your studio. Now, this isn't just a discount. This is a VIP invite back into your studio. Now, don't think that by giving a larger amount for the client to spend afterwards will be a problem. It's not. We have found that actually the more money the client has to spend at the ordering appointment, the bigger the sale will be. Weird, but absolutely true. So firstly, how do you decide on who to contact? And how do you build the call list? Well, it's simple. Just go back through your database, start with the clients from exactly 2 years ago, this month, and don't just take anyone. Who do you want? You want people who spent well with you last time. Let's say £495 or more. You need families whose kids have grown noticeably. Sessions that included young children, because those changes happen faster, of course. Do this month by month, and you'll soon have a rolling list of prime clients to contact forever. Brilliant for leads for your telesales people or diary management people. The VIP call script is next. So what do we say to these clients? Now, I think this works better if you're in contact with a client on a regular basis, say a quarterly newsletter, rather than waiting for 2 years and then just surprising them. But here's what you say in the call. Hi, this is Kenny from Kenny Martin Photography again. Just a quick courtesy call. We noticed that it's been a couple of years since your last portrait with us, and I assume that we Johnny's changed quite considerably in that time. Listen, as one of our VIP clients, we put together an unbeatable offer for you to come back for some updated portraits. Now, I don't want to spoil the surprise on the phone. Can I send you the details by email? It's a really fantastic offer, trust me. Is your email still whatever address? And this is without doubt the best way to do this. You will get a much better response and a take-up rate if your diary management team make the call before sending the email. If you do the email first, it'll just be ignored. Speak to people. Then it's dead simple. You follow up with an email or an SMS and an SMS, and you call again a week later to touch base, answer any questions that they may have, take their payment for the offer, and we then send them an email and SMS. Now, you can do, if you wish, a fancy HTML email with pictures and all that kind of stuff, but quite often a plain text email with a link to a web page will work even better. Why is that? Well, because it gets delivered more reliably. Plain text always works better. A link in that email, a link in that text to go to a landing page is probably the way to do it. The key here, I think, is to keep it as simple as you possibly can. And when they say yes to that offer, just treat that booking like any other premium client, yeah? Get them excited about the session. Remind them about your finished framed products, mention props and things like that, the style, the clothing advice. Talk to them about their previous experience. Send them your preparation guide, the whole sort of thing. Basically, you're warming them up for the same high-value sale as you would expect from a brand new client. The results? Well, I've seen this method produce some of the highest sales averages of any route to market. Sure, once in a while you'll get someone who just takes the included image. Don't worry about it, right? This is all about averages, but the session fee in any case normally covers that product. So you've lost nothing apart from a little bit of time, but you can gain a huge amount. Your past clients are a goldmine, so stop ignoring them and start mining this. Do this right, and you will have a steady stream of high-spend bookings month after month, year after year. If you found this useful, guys, hit that like button. Subscribe for more real-world studio marketing tips, and let me know in the comments if you've tried a past client promotion like this. I'd love to hear your results.